Hey everyone, welcome to this broadcast. This is kind of an introduction to Charcoal Expressions. If you haven't heard of us, we're a charcoal drawing based business in Wisconsin. What we do is we have drawing events throughout the state where people who think they have little to no talent in drawing come to our events or classes, and I teach them how to draw in charcoal. As you can see with the pictures behind me, these are some examples of the 74 different pictures we have right now. So we have a lot of fun. It's really encouraging. I think I give people some inspiration that they do have talent to draw. People find it very relaxing, but a lot of you don't know who I am. Well, my name's Rob, and again, we're based out of Wisconsin, and I've had a really good time drawing with all of the residents of Wisconsin in about a 2-hour radius around Baraboo, which we're based out of. And I thought to myself, all of these people are so inspired and have a really good and relaxing time. How could I reach them, or how could I reach the rest of the country? And there's a couple ways you could do it. I could certainly hire a bunch of artists that I could ship supplies to, and they could have their events at the breweries, wineries, or venues in their area. I'd have to worry about obviously the supplies and shipping the supplies, and maybe their personality or their artistic ability, and it seemed kind of time consuming. And a lot of trust. I would have to have a lot of trust in these people. And after you own your own business, I guess you'd realize that when you have other people kind of in charge of your brand, it gets kind of scary. So what we've decided to do was create a subscription box. Simply put, ship you all the supplies you need to create 2 11 by 14 charcoal drawings a month. The cutoff for the target date for the subscription will be the 15th of the month. I will then ship them between the 20th and the 25th, and then you should receive everything by the 1st of the month, when the 2 different video tutorials will be released on YouTube. So it's kind of exciting. I'll do another video here shortly, in a couple days or a day or so, about the opening of the box and seeing what's inside and kind of explaining everything that's in there. But this video is really giving you a background of who I am. Live in Baraboo, married to a wonderful wife who's a nursing instructor. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I have a wonderful beagle named Roxy. Grew up in Wisconsin and went to school for commercial art. Realized that wasn't really for me, people telling me kind of what I need to do and how I need to do it. But during that school time, I did take a 2-week charcoal drawing course, which I obviously fell in love with. So I had a lot of fun in school. Didn't quite get my degree, but I'm pretty close. I should probably go back and finish that up. So then, life started. I got married, and then I got a job at a dealership, and that job lasted for 19 years. But it wasn't until 2011 that I decided, my kids were grown up enough that I could really devote some time to possibly take on some more drawing. So a really good carpenter friend of mine created a drafting table and I put it in the basement where it was typically cold. Our house is about 120 years old. So I had my little studio downstairs, and I decided to draw a picture of my best friend. So that took forever. I mean, weeks and weeks, and I was really hoping to get it done for Christmas. And finally got it finished up and gave it to him for Christmas. He was very appreciative. I think he might have cried a little bit, and I knew I was onto something. So at that point, I decided to do commission work. I mean, people give me memorable photos. I turn them into beautiful charcoal drawings that'll last forever. And I think there's a part of that history that's not around nearly as much anymore. As far as, you know, pictures that can be handed down, or actually artwork that can be handed down, drawings that could be handed down, you know, for generations. So this picture of him, you know, obviously could be, it's going to last forever, and it's original. So I did that for quite a while, and then very successful, and lots of tears and lots of joy, and people were very happy, and lots of people winning awards for best gifts. But then, you know, the dealership job, just, you know, dealing with numbers all day, I decided I needed a change. So I decided to give people an alternative to painting. Now, painting's wonderful. I'm not a painter, and I'm not very good at painting. But I do feel I'm pretty okay with drawing with charcoal, so I thought it would be fun to teach people and inspire people to draw with charcoal, because it's, for me and most of my customers I have now, it's very forgiving, it's really correctable. So going from kind of a timid person to all of a sudden, I will never forget my first event, which was people I somewhat knew. It was kind of a trial run, and oh man, you know, getting up in front of people and talking and giving instruction, never thought I could do it. And I think I did pretty well at that event, and they seemed to really enjoy it. And then we had the second event, much bigger, 35 people I think, and even more nervous, but I did pretty well, and everybody did a great job. And so my main goal now is that create pictures that people love. They actually give me their ideas on what to draw, and then I make sure they're successful. And it has been the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. This is the third year that we've been doing this, and I'm really hoping that the rest of the country can catch on, because it is a total blast. People tell me that it's really relaxing. I've had some people do up to 40 different pictures of mine. And there seems to be no lack of inspiration. I tell all of my guests that if they have a good idea for a drawing, because I can't assume that everybody's going to like the stuff that I want to draw, so I give people the incentive to give me ideas for drawings, and then if I create them and it's successful at an event, they'll get a free ticket. So those are the live events, and I'm just really hoping that the rest of you will enjoy these classes as much as everybody in Wisconsin does. If you have any suggestions or comments on how I could make it better, let me know. So we're going to release the boxes here shortly. I think first box is going to contain, I believe, the barn flag. We're doing a barn flag picture, and also a canoe picture based on Devil's Lake, Wisconsin. So that one will be released very shortly. So I really hope you enjoy it. Hopefully we'll get some more videos out, a little bit more about my personality. Maybe we'll do some video of some of the live events that I've got. It's really hard to tell who I am in a tutorial. Obviously you're going to get pictures of me talking, but I don't get to give you as much grief as I do some of the other customers. in person. And of course, if you're willing to pay, I'll certainly come out and do a live event with you or your company, or group or party. Just let me know. So I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to teaching you and looking for your suggestions. All right, talk soon.